Welcome. Thermometric calculations. Now, under the Kelvin, the lowest fixed point is 273 and the highest fixed point is 373. Note it on your jotter immediately. Under the Celsius, the lowest fixed point is 0 degree and the higher fixed point is 100 degree centigrade. The Fahrenheit, the lowest fixed point is 32 degree Fahrenheit and the highest fixed point is 213. Please note this very well. This thermometric calculations is an easy calculation in physics. In just two examples, you grab it. Let's go. Example number 1 is at the board here. A liquid in gas thermometer is graduated in millimeters. Now, they now said the upper fixed point. Now, if you want to be good on this topic, immediately you are reading it, you are writing it down. Look at what I'm saying. Now, you have this. They now said a liquid in gas thermometer is graduated in millimeters. Yes, the upper and lower fixed point of the thermometer. So, what you will do is, you will simply draw a straight line. Now, the upper and lower fixed point is 230 millimeter and the lower fixed point is 80 millimeter. Now, respectively, what is the temperature in degree centigrade? Now, this degree centigrade, it means that you should compare this scale to degree centigrade, to the Celsius scale. Pay attention. The degree centigrade is what is telling you that you should compare this one given to you in the question with this scale. Now, and the degree centigrade, look at it, the lowest fixed point is 0 and the highest is 100. Now look at it, say, what is the temperature in degrees centigrade when the thermometer reads 95 millimeter? Now remember, you can't write it here. This is what we want to compare. So let's say somewhere here is 95 millimeter. Now they want to know the reading here. So let me call this thing X. That's all. Immediately you succeed in drawing it like this, the answer is coming in naturally, immediately. Now, look at it. What you will do here is 95 minus 80 all over 230 minus 80. Now, the same thing you did here is the same thing you're going to repeat here. So this will give you is equals to X minus 0 degree centigrade 0 all over 100 minus 0. So 95 minus 80, if you do it, you should get 15. So this is 15. And all over, this minus this should give you 150. It's equals to X all over 100. Now what you will do is cross multiply. If you cross multiply, you have that your S is all over 150. Now, if you punch it in your calculator, you should simply get an answer of 10 degrees centigrade. So what you will get is 10 degree centigrade. Now, that is the answer. This is so easy. Remember, I said the first thing you will do is you will first write out the lowest and the upper fixed point, then compare it to either degree centigrade or Fahrenheit scale or Kelvin scale. Let's go to example number 2. Now, example number 2 is on the board. Now, a temperature scale has an upper fixed point of 260 millimeters. So, you write it this place. So, the first thing is the upper is 260 millimeter. Now, the lower is 50 millimeter. Now, what will be the reading on the scale when the thermometer reads 125 degree Fahrenheit? So we are comparing with degree Fahrenheit. Remember, I told you, I gave you a diagram to how to compare this for you to know. Now, remember the lowest fixed point in degree Fahrenheit is 32 and the highest is 212, right? So now, remember the next thing we will do is they want to know the reading once this thermometer read 125. So 125 should be among this plane. That means what we want to get is X. The same thing we did, X minus 50 all over 260 minus 50. We repeat it here. 125 minus 32 all over 212 minus 32. Now, this will give you x minus 50 all over, this will give you 210 is equals to 125 minus 32 will give you 93, and this will give you 180. So you cross multiply. Remember, this will give you 180 into s minus 150 is equal to 93 times 210. Now, remember, what I will do right now is 93 times 210. If you punch 93 times 210, what you will get is 19530. So 19530. Now, I will divide it by 180 and plus it here. So divide it by 180 and plus it by 50. Your answer is 158 points. So I will get 158.5 millimeter. I don't want to waste much time in this. That's why so you can confirm it, punch it in your calculator immediately. We are on to the last example. You can pause the video and try it on your own. It's easy. We have been doing the one of millimeter. You can see that this question is that of the resistance. So a resistant thermometer has a resistance of 10 ohms at 0 degrees centigrade. So we are dealing with centigrade. So if this is 0 degrees centigrade, and they said that means at 0 we have 10 ohms. At 0 we have 10 ohms. 10 ohms. At 70 degrees we have 100. So at 100 degrees centigrade we have 70 ohms. Now, if it records 55 ohms in a certain medium, calculate the temperature of the medium. That means here is 55 ohms. They want you to calculate here x. So the same thing, we have 55 minus 10 all over 70 minus 10, which is equals to x minus 0 all over 100 minus 0. So solve it immediately, please. I will just drop the answer. I don't want to waste much time on this video. If you should solve it very well, your answer that you will get is simply 75 degrees centigrade. So you get 75 degrees centigrade. Now, apart from this, I want to teach you how to convert from Fahrenheit to centigrade. There is another method that is not from this. Another way they can ask you that you are not going to use this solution to solve it. Immediately after this, watch the second part 2 of this video or click the screen to take you to the video immediately. Thank you very much.